What is up, everybody? Welcome back to Kickin with Kruse. Good morning, John. Welcome back, guys. Welcome back. Happy to have you here. Happy. I want to say Monday, but I know it's Tuesday, and so it's always throwing me off, guys. Hope you had a great Labor Day. Welcome back to Kickin with Kruse. Of course, your one-stop shop for entertainment talk here on TikTok, guys. Everybody, as always, like, follow, share, helps a lot. John, how was your weekend, John? We doing great? Have a great time out there? Welcome back, guys. Happy to be here. I wasn't here Monday, of course. Took yesterday off for Labor Day, but we're back into our normal schedule. We're back today, tomorrow, Thursday, Friday. You guys know I'm here. But also happy to have on the show for the very first time. We've worked before in other shows, another from my guys know Cruise Control show, of course, over there. But I'm happy to have her here today. Alexis K. Love, Miss Lexi Love. How you doing, Lexi? Whoa.
Hi.
That's the right one I want to give you right there. There we go. How you doing, Lexi?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing well. Welcome back. I say welcome to the show.
You still have my music, I see. So
I still have your music. I was like going through everything, and I'm like, what do I have here? What do I have going on? But yeah, happy to have you here. How you been?
I've been all right. I've had better times, and it's all right. We're doing good now.
Well, I'm happy to see you back here too. This is, of course, a whole different kind of chill, laid back environment. Still rocking the suit, but we're having a good time here. It's a cool audience here a lot of times too. So a lot of movie stuff happening, as always.
Because they're on the TikToks, right?
Yes, right. They're on the TikToks. It's just funny. Like, I'm not even used to this format as much, the vertical thing, and I feel like I'm an old man sometimes on here, but I'm learning.
You'll figure it out.
I know. People like the hearts and the likes and the little things here and the little things there. I'm like, John knows out there as he's out there. They've always helped me out in the chat. Like, Brian, you'll get it. I'm like, hopefully you'll get it eventually. It's like, we've been doing this for like 2 months now.
And they add little like cowboy hats and stuff to you too on here. I know that
all the time. The cowboy hats. I had the galaxy before. I have no idea. Like a galaxy flies around, and I'm like, what is this? Yeah, it's wild to me, but I've been enjoying it. It's fun. It's a whole different world, and I'm like doing these things and doing that. What's new? I know you said you're watching some shows. Like what's new in your ethoverse? Tell people about you a little bit too, because of course, first time over here on the TikToks with me, Miss Lexi Love.
I just started working with this band, the Midnight Cabaret. I'm going to be doing their social media for them. I'm supposed to shoot 2 music videos for them in the next little while. It's probably the next month or so, which I haven't done a music video in God knows how long. I think it's been since college. And I was down in Arizona this weekend at the cafe that they bought. So they just bought this cafe down in, Laughlin? Laughlin is where it is. It's a Cajun place, so it's right on the water. It was beautiful. Food was good. No red beans and rice because they can't do that yet. But outside of that, it's a really, really cute restaurant. I want to remember the name. For the life of me, I can't this second. I feel like I'm letting my friends down on that.
You're good.
But if you're ever in Tempe, Arizona, and you're looking for some Cajun food, that's the place to go for sure. I've been trying to get my car fixed and all that kind of stuff. I don't watch a lot of movies. The last movie I saw in the theater was that 28 Years Later.
Oh, what'd you think of that? Because
what an absolute piece of shit.
I fell asleep during it.
What a garbage film. It was an embarrassing film. Like, the fact that Danny Boyle was involved in that, and I was like, and then he's like, you know what? I want to eliminate the second film. Fuck the second film. That one didn't happen. We're going to go from the first film to this. I'm like, I would rather you keep the second film. Like, the second film was a good film. I'm like, I don't know why people hate on it. I was like, I think it took the idea and expanded on it, but here we are. This third film was a muddled mess, and it was not good. Other than the gore effects. It had some solid gore effects, but outside of that, that's it. And then I recently saw The Monkey. I really liked that.
Was that good?
I really liked that. Stephen King's short stories are killer, when it comes to films. They're the best films. Don't try to do his long format films. Those are TV shows or mini series or things like that. You need time to really tell those stories. But his short stories, they're perfectly formatted to the hour 30 You know what I mean? Like they're just a really good, solid like.
Like it nails that time frame because a lot of
Yeah.
movies are going like they're finally getting shorter. I feel like, but it was like 2 hours was like the standard for a long
Yeah.
time. Now hour and a half's kind of coming back.
And I know Long Walk is coming out, and I
Can't wait to see that.
begin to tell you how excited about that. That movie, I read the book when I was a kid, like little kid, and it was my favorite story I ever read. And I always said when I was growing up, I was like, when I become a filmmaker, that's the film I want to make. Like that's one of the main films I really want to see. So I've been waiting like 30 plus years for this movie to come out, and then I see they got Mark Hamill in it.
Mark Hamill,
like, oh
yeah.
Oh, it's gonna be so good. He's such a good villain. He's so good at playing bad
He's so
guys.
good. I know. It's like funny because you think of him as like, Luke Skywalker for years, being the big, happy, kind of go lucky, like hero. And now it's like, as his older career kind of developed, it's like, he's like, yeah, he's getting into those nitty gritty roles. The Joker is so great. Right?
Greatest Joker to ever live. And he didn't do too bad when he was on The Flash playing that other guy.
Oh, that's through the time.
I can't remember what that character was.
The Tinker Time guy?
Yeah, he's just basically the Joker and The Flash, but like too bad. So.
When people like hiring him for that villain character, and then Skeletor, over there, Masters of the Universe,
I mean, he's a very diverse voice actor, so that's always pleasing. And then Twisted Metal, I just finished season 2. That is the best TV show ever made.
Did it end well? Because I still have like 3 episodes to watch.
We got a third season coming, and I'm super excited for the third season. And if you're a fan of the games at all, I'm shocked at the level of like loyalty and like the fact that they've included so much stuff from the games while also done entirely their own thing. Will Arnett as Sweet Tooth, never would have expected it, but my God, is he good at that role? Like that's
so good.
And it just like it perfectly captures the games. They make the cars look really good to the games. Like everything is there, but it's also really funny and really delightful to watch. And there's really good characters. Anthony Mackie is the most underrated actor in Hollywood.
He does a great job in that.
Is so talented. He is a diverse talent. He can do comedy. He can do dramatic roles. He can do action. He's like so capable as an actor. And I feel like he just doesn't get enough credit. Like he deserves more credit. He's
got a lot of hate from like over like was it not Mr. Fantastic, over like Captain America. A lot of hate over that.
That's not his fucking fault.
It's the writing. The writing was not great for him at all. Not at all.
Right. Like,
What's up, Lacey, Wheelchair Gamer?
What's that?
The people out there, Lacey and Wheelchair Gamer, just saying hi to the chat a little bit. And
hi.
Wheelchair Gamer says, do you have any idea how August did in the box office? August, I think the biggest movie this month, if they break it down, I think it wasn't Freaky Friday. I think it was, oh man, I'm not sure overall right now, Wheelchair. I'll look it up for you guys. We'll get into some of that stuff. I'll find some of that for you, Wheelchair Gamer, because I feel like there are, I don't know. This month wasn't the greatest. August never is the greatest, Lexi. It never is. Like, no. Weapons is probably the best movie this month, I would say. Probably Weapons.
I want to see that.
Yeah, it was great. I actually really enjoyed it. They may make $100 million on like a $30 million budget, so they're doing the prequel now too.
I say it all the time.
Yeah, that's definitely the way to do it. You're gonna less money and you make more money. How about that?
Right. Got to Blair Witch it.
Get a Blair Witch. I'm about to say, I don't cut you off about the whole, the whole thing with Twisted Metal, but I love that what they did with, it was like Will Arnett, but also Samoa Joe, the wrestler from like WWE, right? Yeah. His character, like his mannerisms are so great.
Yeah, he carries it very well. It's excellent.
Yeah, what a great combo. I don't know how they came up with that, but I was like, yes, please, give me more of that.
And the fact that they brought Axel into the show. That is the most delightful. It's just a dude strapped between two wheels. And I said, when he came on screen, he first rolled on screen, I paused it for a minute and I almost shed a tear. I was like, I never thought in my lifetime that I would see a live action Axel on screen. Ever. That's just never something I would have ever thought. Like, I saw that character in a game. I'm like, that's so stupid. It's amazing. I'm like, why would anybody ever? And then here he is. And I'm like, and he's one of the best characters in the show. It's just like,
he's so good. Even like when he rolls away, I just laugh when he rolls away.
And the cars have like a feeling of being legitimate. Like they don't have like fakeness to them or whatever. Like they really have this like odd legitimacy to them. It's a very
raw and real.
show.
Even Lacey said in the chat too that I love Axel character. Haha, she says yes. I know, Lacey. Axel's great. Wheelchair gamer. So AEW. Yeah, Samoa Joe was, and you liked him in AEW. When's he putting the ice cream on his shoulders? Lacey said. Next season.
Well, he sets his head on fire, so we got there, and I don't know. I feel like they're gonna keep a pretty traditional costume with him.
Yeah.
He's not gone though. He's definitely going to be there. I'm looking forward to season 3, and they did Axel without ruining the ending. They did enough with Axel that they brought him to what he is in the game character. So like, that's interesting to see what they do with that.
Well, they're going to keep working on it. I know they're going to play. They're planning another one. I think it was funny that Nev Campbell was kind of like disappeared. They're like, oh, they all kind of look the same this universe and just gone. I guess she's doing Scream, but I'm surprised she didn't come back.
The Ravens.
Yeah.
They're like ravens are interchangeable.
Yeah,
so that they just like have another one come and replace the Raven.
All right. No spoiler for season 3. We don't know anything about season 3 yet, Wheelchair Gamer. Nothing yet. We'll find out.
Yeah,
we got some time. You know, Anthony Mackie's going to be doing, of course, the next few Avengers movies, and then they'll probably pivot back over. You know, it goes to these actors have these schedules and they disappear for a while and they come back and forth.
I would be prouder of my work on Twisted Metal than my work in the MCU.
Yeah,
I mean, he really makes that show. Like, he really owns that character. It's a great show. So
I think he's awesome in that part. Yeah, I think that it's funny to find him like in certain roles. I think like he like really does well. Like this seems a little like that. It's like the ensemble cast with him. I think works really well. I think it just does. And then like both him and like Captain America. I just think the writing with that, I say all the time, the writing was like written to be like, oh, people don't think that he's Captain America. And then he keeps saying it. And then everybody else around him keeps saying it. So then what's the fan base going to say? You're not Captain America. And then no one ever gets behind you. And that's just the problem. In that last movie, it was like, you didn't see Brave New World, right? It's a hot piece of garbage.
I've stopped with the Marvel stuff a lot. I think what was the one that came out? It was like Ethereals or some shit like that. I stopped
Eternals.
That one came out. Yeah, that one.
That's one to stop on. That's when a lot of people probably stopped on. They're like, done.
I stopped before that came out. I was a little, like 2 movies before that came out, I was like, I'm already out. I can't do this anymore. I can't keep up with this. Because the thing is that at the end of the day, I as respectful as their costumes are and their on-screen battles are, it's boring. It's boring to watch the same superheroes like go through arcs of like figuring out their powers. Then they become like whatever. Then they fight some giant thing. And then it's always the same. There's no like variation or, you know, change up or whatever. I think like that Scarlet Witch show is like the most diverse thing that they've done with their stuff. And I didn't like that show. I just couldn't get into it. So the original
WandaVision?
5, like the very first, like Thor, Iron Man, you know, all those ones, those were great. And I think maybe they start to lose their luster after a while. They got to like end it.
Yeah. Well, they're doing a big reboot right now. We're going to talk about that. I definitely want to talk to you about the Marvel stuff. We'll get into that. Guys. Make our way. Wheelchair Gamer still on season 1. Oh, okay. Get to season 2, Wheelchair Gamer. You'll see that it's a lot of fun. But thanks for being here, Lexi. Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. Don't even know how it's possible, but we're on TikTok. We're trying different things. But okay, let's do something fast, because quickly off the top. So, Mortal Kombat. I want to talk about Mortal Kombat with Lexi a little bit too, but Mortal Kombat, everybody, has been pushed. It has been pushed, so if you missed this over the weekend, it's supposed to be coming out like in October. So, I mean, I was getting excited about that. The trailer did fantastic, you know, millions, like 107 million global views on that trailer. 107. And everyone's stoked that it's coming out October 24th, but no, they're pushing it to May 15th now. May 15th. And I think it's because they saw the writing on the wall. Honestly, Lexi, I think they saw writing on the wall, 107 million views. So they're probably thinking, wow, this is going to be a big box office success. Let's push it to the summertime. It might make even more money there. But I think fans might be mad about that too, because they've been amping up for this, and it's so close to the release. I'm like, why are we pushing it this close? But people are saying, of course, that you got the Bruce Springsteen movie coming out too, that maybe that'll take numbers away. Of course, the Halloween movie's coming out. I know, right?
Is it competing? is the Bruce Springsteen movie competing with Mortal
That's
Kombat?
what I
Like,
was saying. I was like, what?
is there a bunch of boomers who are all like, oh man, you know what I need? Mortal Kombat, but I can't decide if I want to see The Boss or Mortal Kombat. Like, like who's the demographic that they think? Like a Bruce Springsteen movie is like, I see value in that. I'm not saying that. I'm just like, that's not competition for the popcorn film. I'm like, they're not the same demographic, but okay.
Not even close. Not even close. Like, what? Like, are you compared to Wicked too? Well, Wicked's coming out as well, guys. So, Mortal Kombat.
If you were saying Wicked and Mortal Kombat, then I could say, oh, Wicked's going to whoop its ass. I understand that one. No, because Wicked is like, first of all, the Wicked film was the best movie I've ever seen. I had no complaints. I've never sat and watched something and came out of it and went, that was delightful, and I hated nothing about it. Like, nothing. You know me.
Yeah,
like,
I know.
I hated nothing about it. Like, this was the best. I can't wait for the second part. But, like, now if, the Bruce Springsteen movie and Wicked,
Right, I don't know about that. It might be The Boss.
One.
The Boss might take him out. They are both musicals. They might just dominate right there. I don't know. What's up, Jordan? Yeah, I just laugh at it though. I'm just like, but even that, like Mortal Kombat is such like a fan base, and I think it almost feels like it's a good October movie, right?
The fan base still exists today that like have been into it from like kids and stuff like that. Like they're one of those. There's a larger fan base for Mortal Kombat than there is in Twisted Metal, and I feel like in some ways they're being more respectful to Twisted Metal than they are to Mortal Kombat. And the first film was good. It wasn't great. It had a lot of issues. I had a lot of complaints, but I would say the combat sequences were solid. Like some of the best like fight sequences I've seen on film. And if you're watching a movie about a fighting game, that's what its goal should be. So yeah, like if you're, I feel like the space between those films is too long.
Way long.
First one, like that we're waiting this long. I thought the sequel would have already been out by now. Like it should have already had its time. And I don't know. I maybe you should have put it out this summer. It would have probably done better. You would have had, because this summer was weak in the box.
They could have done an August release. Like we were just talking about August being a weak month. They could have thrown it in August, and then maybe it would have been like blown up.
They put out so many horror movies this summer.
Yeah, Black Phone 2 is coming this October too.
I loved Black Phone.
Me too.
Hated it. So I'm looking forward to that. I thought that was a great film. Like I said, the Stephen King short stories, they make good movies.
Yeah.
And like these big long form ones, and like
But even like we're talking about The Walk, that's gonna be great. But I also like that Black Phone 2. It's like you got Ethan Hawke back. It kind of reminds me of like a Freddy Krueger type element a little bit as well. Like so. Nice. I don't know. The trailer looks good. I'll go check that out in theaters. Wheelchair Gamer, You haven't seen Mortal Kombat. Check out the first one. I had the same kind of like, feeling that you have about Mortal Kombat, the first movie. Felt like, there's no tournament. Some of the characters are good. The Scorpion stuff is fine with Sub-Zero. But I was still like waiting. And the fight scenes were great, but I was like waiting for more of that Mortal Kombat essence.
I thought that the way that they got powers in it was incredibly stupid. Like when Johnny Cage got powers, and I was like, I thought what made them better was that they were just people. You know what I mean? Like, Johnny Cage is just a dude who happens to be an absolute badass. I didn't need to see him go and like earn powers or stuff. I'm like, he should have just been a badass and that's it kind of thing, because that's the appeal of his character. He's my favorite character. And actually the Mortal Kombat animated films that have been being put out by Warner Brothers, the Johnny Cage animated film is one of the best things I've ever seen.
I haven't seen it.
Oh, they're so good. They have a Sub-Zero one, a Scorpion one, and they have a Johnny Cage one. It's been a slow process. They're called Mortal Kombat Legends. Those are worth watching all day, every day.
Are those on? They must be on Max, right?
HBO, yeah, because Warner Brothers.
Yeah,
putting them out, and I know they're out on there because that's where I watched the Johnny Cage one, was HBO. So
I have to get used to saying HBO Max again. It's like keep changing names for like, I don't know, like they're changing underwear every time. It's like, come on, guys.
They'll change it again.
Oh yeah, I don't know that the home box office. Like I don't know how you read that home box office. It was there for a reason. And it's a built-in brand. And they're like, but that's all. That whole split happened too with like streaming services now and HBO adjacent, and it's too much for me sometimes.
HBO's been a lot longer than Discovery Channel, and they felt the need to make Discovery Channel be the focus of it.
No idea why. Made no sense. Just lump that in.
What would you do that for?
Bring that shit in. It's good. We're all together now. That's you're under HBO Max. We're done. And the name says it all. HBO Max. Why don't you put up? I'm surprised they didn't put a plus sign. HBO Max Plus, and then make it that way, and then dive into it that way. I can see that happening. I'm just shocked. Usually that's how it goes. But as always, guys, please like, follow, share, help us crack this algorithm. Welcome to Kickin with Kruse, guys. Your one-stop shop for entertainment talk. I always do this, guys. If you always like that, you still like fireball. I don't know. It's like it's confetti thing. I don't know what these things are, Alexi. I'm learning. What's up, Raven? Good to see you here. But yeah, Mortal Kombat though being pushed this summer. This feels like it's got to be about the box office though too. They're probably hoping it'll be a big summer movie. I think that's what it'll be. I think that'll be a big summer movie. Alexi, what do you think?
I mean, there's demand for it, so I think it will do well enough, as you said with the trailer and what have you. Do I think it'll be like the biggest? I don't know. Depends on what they put out at the time. Based on just that alone, if they don't have a lot of competition, it'll kill.
Which I think, boom, boom.
It's like, as much as we're in a place where we're, as we talk about frequently on your other show, the remake culture that we're in.
Oh yeah,
even though it's technically a remake of the original, it's not. It's a video game series, and there's a lot of open door ability to kind of like go in and do something more original. So they got the basics down in the first film, all of the meat of what you need for the storytelling, and so for the second film, like all sequels, you don't have to focus on story. You can focus hard on action. And that focus of action is what people are going to want. So your second film better have like 3 times the fight sequences and be almost entirely fight sequences and just have a lot of action. Like, your Avengers. Like, we've established everything, all these other films, and now we're here. It's time for us to just bust out. And that's what most sequels should be, is like an attempt at just giving all the greatest stuff from the first film without having to explain how we got here.
I feel like a lot of people want that action these days. Out in the chat, do you want that action? Brittany, Wheelchair Gamer, Lacey, do you want that action? John, let me know. I think people want action, even Fantastic Four. Always like, follow, share, guys, get this going. Yeah, that action, like Fantastic Four, people like, they needed more action. And that was like a big complaint for people too. Like, oh, it's too slow. The story is too slow. We want to have the Fantastic Four fighting more. And I think we have to learn on that too. I think people want that. People that maybe it's that TikTok generation, that Gen Z, Gen Alpha want it now. Maybe that's what we got to lean into for these movies.
I mean, there's always been a high demand for focused action. So like, if you look at the 80s, we had a lot of like films where just like one guy going around fucking shit up. And I'm like, you just got a proper action star for it and what have you. I'm like, then you got in your 2010s, when you move like into the 2000s and your 2010s, there was a lot of the Hong Kong cinema moving into stuff. And then in your 2010s, you get like, you got like Ong Bak, that guy, he came into things and all that kind of stuff. So there was always this like, we always pulled from other countries to fill those voids when there wasn't whatever. And it doesn't seem like anything's going on in any country right now when it comes to the action and all that kind of stuff. And there's always a demand, like the raid, I remember when that came out, like it's just a dude fighting up a building, what I mean? And
the Raid was a big movie for that.
And I'm like, the simplicity of a story combined. I mean, John Wick was literally a guy killed his dog and he went out and
he's just fighting, and he's fighting everybody. Like, that's all it is.
There wasn't meant to be more than that for that. And like the fact that we're on like 4 films and there's all this like deep story, I'm like, that was not intended for that. I mean, that was just supposed to be an excuse to have a lot of action. And I think like there is a lack of excuse to have just like some film where you just have some really solid action sequences, because you're so busy trying to use franchises. And there's not enough franchises out there that are heavy action. Sometimes you just have to make something that is.
And that's so Mortal Kombat could be.
Has the potential for that, but Mortal Kombat has a deep story. If you actually get into it, there's this whole like 2 worlds thing, and
all these different Earths where they all come together.
Because let's look at Twisted Metal for a second. It's the same kind of thing. It's a combat tournament, right? They're both combat tournaments. So how do we get to the combat tournament? Do we have fun getting there, or do we have a long, drawn out, boring, like deep story of how we get there? So that's the question. You know,
And they had fun getting there, I would say too. At least in Twisted Metal, I feel like they had fun getting to that.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And this didn't really have fun in that first one. It was kind of just like really dramatic. I mean, people in the chat, even Lacey, saying more action with real people and real stunts. And Brittany agrees. They don't make action movies like they used to, Brittany said. Thank you for the likes, everybody. Appreciate the likes as always.
And, you know, Twisted Metal captures all the feeling of the game while giving live action, real world sort of interpretation of how it would function and flow. And I'm like, all of it functions well. And I'm not like necessarily keep going back to Twisted Metal, but like it's a good example of games from that exact same time period. These games both came out around the same time. They both have the same kind of cult following and all that kind of whatever. You're going to have the same kind of people that will go from one to the other, right? Like if you did well over here, they'll come to this one over here. Because I'm not a Mortal Kombat person, but I will absolutely watch Mortal Kombat like all day. Those movies are great, and I like
Mortal Kombat
story and stuff. So you know, they're too hard to play. I don't like playing. There's too many.
I love playing. I grew up on that.
I can't do it.
As a kid, like, I remember my mother would be like, "No, Brian can't have these games." And my uncle would buy them low key and be like, "Don't show your mother you're playing this." And then I'd be playing. Sorry, Marlene. And so I'd be playing them like late at night, like finish him. Now like it was super quiet in the basement playing them. You know, I had fun with that. But Mortal Kombat 1.
We would go to the pizza shops. And we'd watch people in the pizza shops. Because that's what like I grew up in Toronto, so like all the corner stores or pizza shops all had like arcade cabinets in them, and whichever one had the Mortal Kombat cabinet had like a giant group of kids at, so you'd be standing there like watching people play it, and I was like, I don't want to play it, I'd just rather watch people play because I can't do all the cool shit they're doing. Same with Street Fighter, I can never play that one either.
It's like the button jamming, which there's a movie coming out for that too, which I'm intrigued. There's so many wrestlers in that Street Fighter movie. We'll have to see for Amazon. And Brittany said I was 6
Street Fighter movie?
Yeah. Brittany says I was 6 when Mortal Kombat came out, trying so hard to play. Yeah, we all were trying really hard to play. They don't make action movies like they used to. Yeah, I agree with all that, Brittany. Thank you for all the comments. I love Brittany too. But yeah, Street Fighter's happening. Amazon's doing it. You got like Roman Reigns in there. You got Cody Rhodes as Guile.
Oh, wow.
So you know you got
Cody Rhodes.
Cody Rhodes is like he's actually got the flat top. They sort of shadowed that weird Guile.
I'm glad that he's stepping into action. Like I don't watch wrestling, but like I had that stint there where I was watching it with Rachel, and like Cody Rhodes, I remember watching him, and I remember saying this guy has potential to walk out and be the next Rock. Like he has all the star potential. He has all the action potential. He's a wonderful actor. He's got great charisma. He's a good character. Like I see no reason. He's genuinely a good human being on top of all of it. Like, which is really shocking.
The fact that he's gone through everything he has too. It's like he's really keep pushing.
Stardust.
Oh, I saw an interview with him about Stardust. I saw his interview with Stardust, and he was like, I did not like this character at all. But like they won the brothers together, you know, together. And he's like, regardless how I fought, he said they wanted to give him like some kind of mask that like flipped over his head and looked like Electro from Spider-Man, where he had like stars. Okay. But he was like, I will not wear that. And so they made him buzz his hair instead. And he's like, that was like one of the worst times. But he goes, you do it as an actor, like as a character, you're playing the character, you can put your input in as much as you can. But he's like, I hated that. And I was like, you knew it wasn't for him. You know he wasn't digging it. Goldust though did great.
He's good casting for Guile, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
He's got the all-American, you know, quality to him. He's definitely got the build. He's going to be able to do like the moves and stuff like that. It's just going to basically be a modified Cody Cutter.
I just wonder how much they're going to have him be in it too. Like, I wonder how much he'll be in there. You hear me now?
Yeah, you're good.
Okay. Yeah, I wonder how much he'll be in there though too. You know, like I think Roman Reigns would be a bigger part, but like, you know, there's a bunch of casting coming out. You can see it. They've been talking about it for it was on, it was off, it was on, it was off. Now they're actually gonna be shooting. So yeah,
Roman Reigns has too much fucking legacy behind him. Like I know that like Cody has like was it Randy? Is it Randy?
Randy Orton. You mean Dusty Rhodes? Dusty Rhodes. Make a dream.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of. Yeah, that's his father. Like I know he's got that WWE legacy, but like Roman Reigns is like Rock
Well,
legacy. Like he's
yeah,
part of that like family. I'm like that family is all just like he's a nepo baby. So
yeah,
I'm
he
just kind
really
of
is.
like I'm like yeah okay we're gonna see you in action movies at some point just because of your family heritage and all that like your nepo baby shit. But like
He's not that great of
I
a
think
wrestler either.
Cody deserves more. I think
Yeah.
he's worked harder. I think he's been putting more work in, and I think that this is the break that he deserves. He deserves to come to that place. He should be an action star.
I think they're gonna.
And you know,
This is a start.
he has
It's a
Johnny
start.
Cage charisma. He's like that Johnny Cage quality about him. Do you know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
that like he's a smart ass,
super.
but like also you know he can hold his own. So it's good. It's good.
That's superstar quality, and I think what
Yeah.
he's done with the Nightmare and that storyline, it's been great. What's up, Gen X? Good to see you. I think it's been great. But these again, video game movies keep happening. There's more and more. We got Street Fighter, we got Mortal Kombat, but push till May. So everybody out there, if you were excited for Mortal Kombat, you got to wait a little bit longer for some more Mortal Kombat. We got a lot to talk about here, but yeah, video game stuff. I love it. Video game
You
stuff.
know, the best video game movie that I've seen made so far.
Was that?
Gran Turismo was an incredible film.
I never
Gran
got a
Turismo
chance to see that, but it looked great.
It should not have been a good movie. I refused to watch it when it came out in theater, and it was on Netflix one day, and I was just sitting there, and I was like, fine. And it ended up being one of the best movies I've ever seen. Neil Blomkamp is a phenomenal director. I mean, I honestly feel like that guy can't do any wrong, and that movie really proved it to me. I'm like, you took Gran Turismo and made a successful film out of it. I was like, kudos to you. I'm like, that's hard.
You got David Harbour, Orlando Bloom.
Oh, the cast is great. The story is beautiful. The story is absolutely beautiful. It's the person who has nothing coming up from the bottom to show he's just as good as the people who have been doing it all their lives, and it's a great story. It's good. And it's based on a real story.
Journey.
Yeah, for sure.
So
what's you got for me?
I'll check it out. I'll check it out. Yes, got a lot for you. Thank you for being here. Everybody. One-stop shop for entertainment talk here on TikTok, guys. Happy to have you here. Gen X, Brittany thinks Tomb Raider was Brittany's favorite. That's a great. You're talking about there's so much Tomb Raider that happened. I go back to the day, like the Angelina Jolie ones.
The old ones was Angelina Jolie or the newer one that was recently done?
Yeah, do you like the new one? I missed the new one. I wanted to see it, but it kind of got ripped on so much. Usually, I like all movies. A lot of times, I find some kind of love in there, but the OG ones, Brittany says,
you're pretty forgiving.
I am very forgiving. People tell me that all the time. Like Jordan on Fridays will be like, Jordan, like, you gotta trust Brian. He likes everything. And I'm like, I know, Jordan. I do like pretty much everything.
No. I think you can trust Brian because when Brian hates something, he's very vocal about it.
Right?
He's very vocal. It's only been a few times, but I've been with him when he hates stuff. And when he hates stuff, ooh, he fucking hates it.
It's true.
Like,
it's true.
All right. That's what I like to see.
Well, I don't like something. I'm like, that was trash. I'm like, I'm going to vacuum my house to that. That's what I say. That's when I know I hate a movie. You know what? I'd rather do mundane chores than actually watch this shit. I'll put it in the background and let it play.
Was it See No Evil? Was that what it was or something like that?
See No Evil was not great.
That was when you saw the theater and you came back and you were like, all
That's what it was. That's what it was. The one McAvoy, right? And I was
it was
like,
a remake.
I was like, this is
like you're like genuinely viscerally angrily.
I really hated it. I was like, it's just the dumbest thing I watched. I'm like, why did I waste my time? And I just watched Toxic Avenger this weekend, which was dumb, but it was fun dumb. It's like fun dumb.
Right. The original's better, from what I can tell.
It probably is. Peter Dinklage wasn't in that costume either the whole time, which is also a bummer. Like there was a stunt double. It's kind of a bummer. But
I'll never understand a high quality, high production remake of a trauma film. I can't understand that.
Get to the larges. Even Bacon. Yeah, Kevin Bacon in there too as the villain. People turn to like a goat. Turn to a goat creature at the end.
I'll have to watch it, honestly.
It's worth watching. The OG with Angela. Yeah, Angie in Tomb Raider. She's the only one. People are saying in the chat, Lacey and Brittany, she's the only one. You're right. She is the only one. I would say Angela Jolie is our Tomb Raider. Beyond that, they're rebooting it again, too, right now as well. So we'll see on Amazon. We'll see where that goes. But yeah, watch Toxic Avenger. A lot to talk about. Let's keep going. I know there's more to talk about. Thanks, guys, for being here. As I do, it's time for some breaking news, guys. Let's go. So the next one I want to talk about, guys, Hexed. Hexed is coming out. If you're waiting for Disney's new animated feature film, guys, you got it now. It's called Hexed. They just released it, or they just announced it over the last weekend for D23, which they had all these different releases. I'll cover some of that. The Venice Film Festival will be covering some of that today, too. A lot happened kind of with that Venice Film Festival, but, also we got some Avengers stuff. We got some Doomsday stuff. Things came out. But Hexed is coming. Now, this is going to be where an awkward teenage boy and his type A mom discovered that what makes him unusual might actually be magical powers that will turn their lives and their secret world of magic upside down. So we're doing a magic Disney romp into a family dynamic. Now, after Elio did so bad, I'm surprised that they're even doing this, Lexi. I'm like, you think that they would maybe take a little bit a break for a while, but they're diving back in. I really don't.
What is a type A mom?
The type A mom. That's a good question. Mom that just a go-getter mom. Are you looking that up right now? Type A mom. That's what they're saying. Type A mom.
I've heard that term. I'm like, okay. I'm like, what does that mean?
As characterized as a strong drive for order, preparation, and structure, often managing her life with a color-coded calendar and a focus on efficiency.
Oh, for God's sakes.
So a power-driven mother, or like I should say, a destination, a do-it-all mom, and then a boy who has magic. So Hexed. Defenders of the Disneyverse.
Sounds like shit.
I know. I'm just like, I'm still mad they do it with Elio. I'm still mad about that. It's like you had a plan for Elio.
Heard that wasn't as bad as it could have been.
I heard it was pretty good.
Advertised properly, and that people, the statement I heard was people are always complaining that there's no new properties and there's no new whatever and all this kind of stuff. And then Elio comes along and nobody goes and sees it. And it's well, you can't complain when there's a new product put out in front of you and you don't engage with it, that all they're doing is making this, but you're also engaging with it. Like that Lilo and Stitch movie that apparently was a piece of shit. And I'm just like, what a shock.
It made $1 billion though.
Of course it did, because it came out at the right moment. They really it was a weekend. It wasn't a holiday weekend they put it out.
Yeah, they released it in June. Well, they released it June is like one of the biggest months, and it just swept up. And there was nothing else around it either. Like nothing.
What people need to stop doing. This needs to stop happening. Okay, so when you see something coming out and it's based on a property that you care about, and you say that looks like shit, don't go to it. Don't go. Well, I need to see what they did. Don't say, well, I want to see how they handle it this time. Or I want whatever. Every time you have that attitude and you go to these things, they're going to make another one. And they're going to make more and more and more. So if you don't want all of these remakes and these terrible live action whatevers and all this stuff, stop going.
Yeah.
Your money is what controls these
people
things.
Don't do that, though, Lexi. They keep going.
Your attitudes or your feelings. It's that you handed them X amount of money and they saw this profit come in and they went, fuck yeah, more. Because
I do
clearly
that too.
You're going to go, I was disappointed in that. Let's see what they do with the sequel. And if that's what you're going to do, then they're just going to keep making them. And everybody's going to be disappointed. But you also went to it. I'm like, your money controls what they make. I'm like, if you stop going to these things, they won't make them. Like Borderlands didn't succeed because nobody went and saw it. Bombed. Right? And I'm like, I don't even know if it was a good film or not. Because they didn't advertise it. And I didn't mean to go back to Borderlands, but I'm like, it was one of those things where I'm like, if you wanted another one or whatever, you should have spent your money on it. If you wanted to see more of it, you should have spent your money on it. There probably was more potential for more films from that could have been better. There's probably more potential, but nobody went and saw it. So it's really, honestly, just start to supporting independent films and into supporting things that sound more interesting than these remakes and all this kind of stuff, because you're just going to end up disappointed. You're always going to end up disappointed.
I do that same thing though. I'll go I'm intrigued how bad it's going to be, then I'll go watch it just to see how bad it's going to be. I do it all the time.
I know you do. I used to say on your show all the time, stop doing that.
I'm like, how bad is it going to be?
There's a group of guys and everybody's like, this looks terrible. This looks terrible. And then you go around and you ask every person, are you going to go see it? Yeah, I'm going to go see it. I'm like, then why would you?
I gotta see the hot mess. Brittany, thank you for that too. Type A is an OCD perfectionist, mom. He has his own cam. What's up, Radams? Welcome back. What's up, Eric? Good to see you too. Going well. I'm a Type C mom, Brittany said. Eric, always good to see you, man. Welcome back. Happy Tuesday. Hope everybody had a good Labor Day too. And Lacey, it wasn't rated R, so I wasn't interested. Oh, is they talking about, was that Borderlands or was that Lilo and Stitch? Let me know what you think about that, Lacey. I missed the chat a little bit there.
Lilo and Stitch have been rated R, I probably would have gone to it.
Well, it's like the Wizard of there's a Wizard of Oz horror movie coming out the same time that Wicked's coming out too, right? That's
Oh,
happening.
your Pooniverse stuff.
It's like it's not part of that, but it feels like it's part of it. It just is. It's just like, yeah, it's about like all the Wicked Witch is eating like munchkin meat and
Dude,
I guess
you don't need to make the Wizard of Oz a horror movie. The Wizard of Oz is a horror movie.
That's what Queen was saying too. Queen was like, it already is. Like, just make an actual adaptation of Wizard of Oz. You're good to go.
Actual book adaptations,
Borderlands.
and you'll be horrified. Like all day.
Yeah. Thank you, Raven. Oh, Lacey's saying Borderlands. Like, Borderlands should have been rated R, which I agree. If that had been rated R, it would have been a lot better. It was like PG.
That, yeah. Oh, PG.
You know?
Yeah,
it was like
it's
nothing.
A violent game, so
it's a very violent game, and we should have had that too. Guys, always like, follow, share. Thank you guys for being here. Helps go a long way. But yeah, it is a violent game, and I think people went to see it. People said they were upset that it wasn't actually following the game as well. And, it was a big cast too. Kevin Hart, Jamie Lee Curtis was in there. I mean, Jack Black.
Jack Black, yeah. I mean, they've got to stop taking
Thank you, Raven.
properties that have a heavy violent content or like heavy adult content or things like that, and then making movies out of them and making them PG-13 or stuff. Like, I would love to see a properly done Doom film, like a Doom film that follows the proper lore.
We had it with The Rock before, right?
The one with The Rock was PG-13, which, first of all, the fact that you would make Doom, any Doom property, PG-13, I'm like, you didn't follow the hell stuff. You left all the whatever. I'm like, the game is literally about walking into hell. I'm like, I understand.
They're like on Mars.
We have a religious, whatever out there, and I'm like, but yeah, they found hell on Mars. And I'm like, it's literally about walking into hell and trying to walk out of it. I'm like, it's okay to have that in there because it doesn't have religious connotation. It's like, you don't even think there's religion. And then you're like, oh my God, hell is real.
It's
like, it's not even about that. Like, it's
that
about,
shifts everything.
So I'm just like, that would be one of the greatest action films ever made. Just having the Doom guy going around and fucking shit up and making a solid R-rated film with some of the best action sequences and best blood sequences and best whatever, and people would eat that up all day, and it wouldn't even have to require dialogue because the Doom guy doesn't talk.
He doesn't say anything really. He just like he grunts a lot. That
was the biggest complaint about Halo was that they showed the Spartan's face in Halo, and I think the Halo TV show worked. I thought that was.
I think it worked too. I was surprised it got canceled. I was surprised.
Too many people were mad about it. The fan base was just livid about it.
There was a big gap between 1 and 2, seasons 1 and 2. I think that always does it as well. You'll lose fan base. Brittany would see the low budget Wizard of Oz. I would go see the low Wizard of Oz too, the low budget horror type deal. I'd check it out. I'm all for these movies. Like the Peter Pan one, I hear is actually pretty good. I hear that's pretty good. Peter Pan's like a psycho, and Tinkerbell's like sprinkling like, I guess, things on people. I don't know. I don't want to say I can't say that on TikTok what she's sprinkling on people, but she's sprinkling some sort of adult substance on people that makes them. They usually inhale it out of an orifice. That's about it. So yeah, that's all.
Named after a drink.
After a drink, yep. I sometimes have fun playing the game here on TikTok too, dancing around things. Mike always gets me in trouble. Like, Mike, you can't say that on TikTok. He'll say something crazy. I'm like, Mike, no. And he'll be like, what? That word has multiple meanings. And I'm like, I know it does. But like, he said Pete to the Tracian one time. And I was like, whoa, Mike, I don't think I can say that on TikTok.
My favorite new censorship on the YouTube and all that is grape.
Oh, that's great, right? I love that. Great.
Like they were graped. I'm like,
oh
no,
what?
No, that's not okay.
Hey, it might be now. It might be now. Somebody else sent me another one for that too. It was like, I don't know what it was. I can't even. I like the Halo show. Lacey said, like I said, I liked it too. The Halo show was good. It was a fun show. Yeah, I had no problem with it. I think
the complaint about him taking the helmet off, I'm like, he talks enough in the game. I'm like, it's okay. I get it. Like,
yeah,
whatever. Some things can't work at like all the time. Like, you can't always have your guy in it. Which I think like Mandalorian showed you can have a guy in a mask all the time and it works well. And it worked well enough. He did take it off in the show, but there was enough of it on in the show that it wasn't as much of a complaint kind of thing.
Yeah, we're getting less and less of that too. I mean, the movie comes out, I think, this next summer, 2026.
Mandalorian.
Yeah, and Grogu. Yeah. So the movie's coming, and yeah,
Wasn't good after season 2. Just wasn't.
They were going to do another season 4, I think it was supposed to happen, or 4, but then that's kind of delayed to do the movie. That might be it. We'll see. They still haven't announced beyond, because it was greenlit for another season, but then they greenlit the movie, then the season kind of got put in the back burner. And Pedro's working all the time, so I don't know how he could actually do another season. I mean, now he's got to do it to ADR.
His ass is owned by Disney at this point. Like, if you name a property that's owned by Disney, he's probably going to end up in it.
He's everywhere. Thank you, Raven.
He's a good actor.
Yeah, I like him too. I like him too. People gave him so much hate. I'm setting another thing here. People gave him so much hate for Fantastic Four because he had a mustache, and I think and
that one with Nicolas Cage.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He's always has a mustache.
Weight of talent or whatever. He's always got a fucking. It's like, what is
that's his thing. He literally said that he shaved his face for Wonder Woman, and he said he looked so weird he never would do it again. And it reminded me of Grogu. Did you guys see The Legend of Ochi? I started watching that. I heard it was pretty good. I didn't finish. I was tired. I fell asleep.
I've heard of that one. I haven't seen it.
Willem Dafoe's in that too. I had to go back and watch it, because what I watched I really enjoyed. But time, life, everything else, how it goes, Lexi. But I would say his mustache is fine for me, but people are like, well, if he didn't have the mustache, he would have been so much better, Mr. Fantastic. I can't tell you. I'm like, really? Is that the mustache? Is it?
That's your biggest, like, whatever. Okay.
Yeah. What's up, David Campbell?
Is that people say, I watched a video about like actors who aren't really actors that you're really like paying to watch the personality, and that no matter what role they're in, they're always just themselves and you're paying for that. And Chris Pratt was obviously like one of the focal things in that video.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, Chris Pratt is just Chris Pratt. Like, I don't like Chris Pratt because I'm tired of him and I'm tired of like his politics, but also I'm tired of like watching Chris Pratt be Chris Pratt in films. I'm tired of that. Like, it's boring. And I was like, they were trying to say the same thing about Pedro Pascal, and I was like, Pedro Pascal is an incredibly diverse actor. I've seen him have all kinds of range. I've seen him do incredibly good dramatic work. I've seen him do wonderful comedy. He's very funny. He's very like capable. Like, I've seen him do villains. I've seen him do good guys. I've seen him do all kinds of shit. Like, that is not a reasonable comparison. He is not a Chris Pratt whatsoever.
David Campbell says Pascal is Pascal.
I mean, that's what people think, so I'm just kind of like, I don't get it. I think he's more diverse.
What's funny is because David Campbell popped in, he's got this whole thing. He's like, hashtag get rid of Pedro, because he didn't like him in the Fantastic Four. He was like, why are we casting Pedro in this one note actor? He says, but people love the Ochi movie too. Brittany loved that as well. I know people, like I said, a lot of complaints about Pedro. I like Pedro. I didn't have a big problem with him in Fantastic Four, but I know that there's a lot of people that didn't like him. Joseph Quinn. I think Eban was great as the Thing. He was great, but
nice.
But I don't know.
Visually, it looked great. It looked pretty solid. But you know what it also kind of looked like in a lot of ways? Have you seen those like AI things that come out now where they do like retro futuristic versions of like the Jetsons or things like that?
Those are cool.
It looks like that. It looks like that AI stuff where they make the retro whatever things. And I was like, I
want to live in that world. Come on.
Retro future was cool. I'm not going to deny it. At least we had style back in the day.
Raphael, thank you so much for joining us, Raphael, and also Sam, the new here. Give me that. Appreciate that too. And then Lacey agreed. Pedro has range. I love his movies. And then Lacey said the mustache is fine. So
Let a man have a mustache. Ain't that big of a deal.
You're going to have the battle there, David Campbell. Out there too, David Campbell. You have the battle out there. But I don't know. Hex is coming, I guess. We kind of went off a tangent there a little bit.
Oh, I forgot that's what we were talking about.
Hex. But, Pedro does a lot. He's also done great in SNL, and SNL has some people leaving too, guys. Just so you know. If you guys want to know, Heidi Gardner's leaving. Michael Longfellow's leaving. Devin Walker. Emil Wackham is leaving. And there's more announcements coming. So people are walking away from this, taking off. This always happens every season. We find people leaving. I think the person that everyone's saying was Heidi was probably the most surprising that she's leaving. She had like the Britney Spears stuff all the time. She has a lot of impressions. So people are bummed out. I mean, I'm not a big. I mean, I watch SNL here and there. I feel like it's always nice to do a fresh start.
Don't worry, Keenan will never leave.
Keenan's not going anywhere. Keenan is there forever.
Don't worry, he's never gonna leave that show. He has no career outside of it.
Lacey said, I really don't enjoy SNL anymore, which is sad to say because I used to love it.
It's absolutely terrible.
It used to be so much better. Thank you, Lacey.
I think the episode where they had Ariana Grande on recently was the last decent episode of SNL I've seen. And I wouldn't say great, decent.
She's such a talent. She really is a talent.
She was great in it, but like outside of that, I wouldn't call it a good episode. Like she was great in it though. She's very funny. She's very talented.
I agree with like what Lacey's saying out there, and Brittany too. It's like Will Ferrell days. Those were the days. Brittany, Lacey, those were the days. No.
I grew up in the Adam Sandler, Chris Farley era.
Those are great times too.
That's the pinnacle of SNL for me. I'm like when you still had like the heavy hitters on there and stuff like that, the Chris Rocks, and I don't know. Yeah. I don't think it's been pretty good for years.
How about the Stewart? Stewart was great when he was over there too. But I love those days where they actually had all the old comedians were there. There was a great time. I feel like they don't have those comedians anymore. Those ones that are just like standout ones that are going to last generations. There's funny people on there, but they had so many standout stars back in the day.
SNL doesn't exist in our climate anymore. Like it's a relic that is being held onto that still exists, but like I don't know anybody who actively watches it or engages in it. And the thing is that every SNL thing that I talked about that I watch it on YouTube after it airs, when they cut it up into little segments and stuff. I'm like, potentially they could stop airing SNL and just do like segments, little clips and stuff, and have SNL be like a YouTube channel in and of its own and have success there, probably better than if they would continue doing the show. And it's not that there's not a place for like that kind of comedy or whatever, just that the format is that the fact that the Today Show, the Today Show, the one with Colbert, that's being canceled. The fact that a legacy show like that is no longer viable in today's climate, I think SNL is in the exact same boat. That those nighttime comedy TV shows are a dead format, and that they're not something that modern generations are interested or looking in, because millennials didn't really get into that stuff. That's really like Gen Xers and like boomers that are really, really into those kind of shows. And we kind of like watched a bit of it, but we never gravitated to that. We've always not been late night TV people. And so really watching that format die, it's like, just let it go. Like figure out how to end it properly and let its legacy like stay untarnished, because it's already kind of tarnished its legacy in the last 10 years in particular.
Bring them online. That's what we gotta do.
Do it on YouTube. Have a YouTube channel. Have SNL become a YouTube channel and just bring like celebrities on to do little sketches and stuff like that, and you'll kill it. You'll get them out there at better, and you won't have to deal with paying a paycheck to people.
Come on, Kickin with Kruse. Come on here. I'll talk to everybody right here. Let's come here. Let's make that happen. Let's make it happen.
Show me some love.
All right, Pepstar. I know the chat's saying hi to you too. Yes, David Campbell, Pepstar is here. He's happy to be here as always. Pep, right? You know how.
Rolling in the deep.
Yeah, buddy. I know. Happy to have you here, buddy. And Lacey said, I like the late night shows are too fake and forced. I just watched SNL, Brittany said, recent, and that was only to catch Lady Gaga perform. And, people do that too.
Now. They go for they actually genuinely, I think more people go watching SNL for the performances than they do anything else.
100%.
Like the musical performances.
I agree with David Campbell, though. I think the idea is like that South Park is better than SNL. 100% it is. South Park's great these days. South Park's awesome.
South Park is wild.
Yeah.
So and the controversy they went through. Well, I mean, the fact that, why would you? You just sealed a, $1.5 billion contract for 50 episodes of South Park, and then you immediately come in and do your hardest to get canceled. I was like, that's beautiful. I love that. I respect that anarchist behavior of their filmmaking. Because, like, this season of South Park is really, like, amazing how they're not going to get canceled with what they're trying.
They're not going to. I think that's also in the whole thing. Even, like, in the first episode, there's a character that pops up at the very end and speaks kind of like, which I can't say that online because we're on TikTok. It might be a part of the male body. On one said character that's supposed to be 45, 47. And apparently Paramount was like, our only problem is you got to put googly eyes on there, make it a caricature. And so they put googly eyes on. You know what I'm talking about, Lexi. They put googly eyes on there, and then that worked. And that's what they said. That's what worked. But yeah, I love it. It's unhinged. Brittany said too. The 45 stuff has been so funny. Lacey's saying, yeah, you can't. If I say that person's name too, that also hurts us in the algorithm. So I have to say 45, 47, the man that lives in that house that is white, things like that. I dance around it.
Really? That's wild.
It hurts the algorithm. That's why I can't say the guy who's been in trial for the past few years. I call him the oil man now. If I say the D's name, I call him the oil man. So that's what it is because he loves that baby oil. That's what it is. He loves that baby oil. Little things here on TikTok. Little things. But yeah, people are loving that South Park. I love the South Park too. I get to talk about that all day. I can't wait for the new episode comes out tomorrow. Can't wait to see it. They're skipping a week now every week.
Yeah,
they're doing more work. They're doing more work than they usually do. Like usually it's like 6, 7 episodes a season. They have to do 10 now.
I guess the trailer that was put out, all the clips in the trailer were fake.
Yeah, they just made it up. Isn't that great?
Yeah, because people were like, we need something. So like, here. And they just threw a trailer together and gave it to them. None of it was legitimately from the show. And I was like, that's great. So funny. They're such bastards.
I think they're great. It's like they even said that, like, you know what? We're just going to have fun with this too. We're just going to have fun. They wanted something. We threw something together very last minute. And, they made it happen. Right, Pep?
Well, I'm on fire.
Thanks, buddy. David Campbell, you're getting Peppy talking. You say his name, he's going to start talking to you. And then
it's awesome to see the chat so active tonight.
Thanks,
How
Pep
y'all
Star.
doing?
There you go. You guys want a shout out from the Pep Star? But yeah, I gotta tell you, Lexi, there's a lot with that. I love South Park. We can talk about that all day. There's more happening, so I'm gonna keep it going. Speaking of the late night talk show stuff, like Passwords coming back. Jimmy Fallon's Password show's coming back. Where contestants win like $25,000. And this renewed for season 3 over at NBC. So at least that's coming back for him. I don't know how long his talk show. I think he's good till like 2028 or 2032. He signed some big long contract.
Of course he is. He's a shill. He does
signed up.
The networks tell him to.
Yeah, he's right there. And he won't go anywhere. I know they were talking about, Peppy is the star of the show, David Campbell. He was right there trying to, the whole thing's going on with Kimmel now. The Kimmel's like, you can't get rid of me. I'm here forever.
I don't understand how Jimmy Fallon has any sort of success in career. He is not funny. He is not talented. He is not a good talk show host. He is not good at any of this stuff. He's not. I don't know why he's here. I don't know why we're forced to deal with him. He got a ride at Universal Studios. He doesn't deserve a ride. Like, he's bland. The only thing he ever did that was ever any good was Taxi with fucking Queen Latifah.
Oh, that was a great movie. Yeah, you're right.
Great movie. Yes, it is.
What about the baseball movie?
He was the great part of it. She was the great part of it, and he was a good side character. Like, and that's it. Like, I'm sorry, I don't understand the appeal of Fallon. He laughs at his own jokes. People who laugh at their own jokes are fucking like shit. Like, they're hacks. Get the fuck out of here. Like, I'm sorry. Cute. It wasn't cute to watch you laugh at your own fucking shit all the time on SNL. It wasn't cute. You're not.
He always
funny.
broke character. Always broke
You're
character.
Not funny. It's exhausting.
Thank you, Lacey. I also, you're right too. I gotta say this about him though. He's not that funny. He breaks character. I do like his like aura with characters, like, or I should say actors. Sometimes he's like a big fanboy, but I think that wears off after a while too. You know, he's been doing it with Tom Cruise forever. Keke Palmer was on his show. That's right, David Campbell. Keke Palmer, yes, Keke Palmer is like with him. So, and that Password show, but I never watched it. I don't think I ever will watch it.
They've attempted to make like late night talk shows that orient to millennial and Gen Z cultures, because they had that Lily Singh show for a minute that was her talk show, and she's a YouTube celebrity, so that was what they thought. They were like, we're taking a YouTuber and we're giving her a late night talk show, and they're gonna see how that does. And like, I think it bombed after like 3 episodes, something like that. Like, it was not well received. It didn't do well. And there was that realization that a lot of the YouTube generation, the way that they function, their style doesn't translate to like media, like modern, like television and film and all that kind of stuff, because it's all media. But
It's all
like
media, yeah.
that format is like what they're better suited to. They don't translate over to. I will say the late Logan Paul is fucking killing it in the WWE.
Logan Paul is doing a lot. Logan Paul is blowing up everywhere compared to like his YouTube shows, his
I
going
watched
against
his
Mike Tyson.
show about his family, the Pauls.
I haven't watched it. Yeah, it's about all three of them or something. Yeah, yeah.
It's a load of shit, but
The brothers coming together. Is it? What do you think's better, that or the Stallone show?
that, because I have no idea why, but I am so
The Stallones.
invested in like the Pauls. They are bad people, and I cannot stop watching like stuff about them. Like I'm so fascinated in their circle of what the fuck ever. Like it was just really interesting to watch. It's like I don't understand why they have success, but like here we are. I will say though, I've tried his Lunchleys. They're not.
Oh yeah, they're not that bad. I've never tried them. It's like it's funny how like back when we were kids too, how it was all about Lunchables, and now I feel like the Lunchables kind of come back but a new form, and this is what people love.
The one is pretty good, and the nacho one's pretty good.
I'll have to check it out. Lacey at Taxi was great. Yeah. Oh, Brittany, thank you for the likes, and Lacey, also thank you too. What's that? Like a little thank you for the gift, guys. As always, like, follow, share, guys. Help us crack this algorithm on Kickin with Kruse. Helps to go a long way. I got and guys, get your Lunchleys. I guess I don't know. I'm not going to promote Lunchleys.
Don't support Lunchly like that. Like don't. They're okay. I'm surprised because I heard all the controversy and I was like, all right, I'm gonna try one. And then it's like, don't give Logan Paul money. I'm like,
I'm gonna
gotta
check
try
it out.
it somehow.
Might be
Don't
good.
be fair. I'm also giving KSI and Mr. Beast money, and none of them deserve it. So
Yeah, Mr. Beast is like blowing up even more every day. I feel like that guy is not going to stop anytime soon.
falling apart right now again. There's a new thing.
More controversy.
He's never been a good person, so I don't know what we're doing here.
There's just bad things that have come around his circle, I would say. Which when I hear about it, I'm like,
He brings it in. It's his fault.
Yeah,
don't bring pedophiles into your fucking ring.
Oh, well, I don't know if we can say that on TikTok.
Oh, I apologize. I hope we can say that. But it's amazing the things that you can't say anymore. Like it's not even like not to defend what I just like. What like why can't I? Like why? Like it's discussion about things that happen to people. It's something that is like it's not a swear word. It's not derogatory. Like it's a discussion of an action. So
well, you can't even say like I call it Epi Island. I call it. So I mean the Epi man. You can't talk about that either. It's like there's little things you just don't talk about. If you want to put that as coming together.
Bad person to have around for things you can't talk about.
But we can talk about Willem Dafoe and his new show, guys. Late Fame. We can talk about that. Solomar, welcome. Brittany, thank you for more love. Appreciate you guys. Willem Dafoe's new project looks great, guys. I don't know if you saw. They show a little clip. It's coming out this weekend now. It's about an authentic, old time writer from like the 70s, 80s that all of a sudden gets like brought back into his reality by a new set of poets in New York City in present day. They find him. He's working at a post office. Apparently, he hasn't been writing in a long time, and they're propelling him, encouraging him to come back and start writing again alongside them. And it looks actually pretty fantastic. I love Willem Dafoe. It's so great. It's so great. He's so good. And I think like Lexi, like what they're gonna do here. Like I watched there's like a little clip of it, and I was like, this looks really, really well done. The acting's great. Overall, I think that William might get like an Oscar nod for this. He might.
It's a movie.
It's a movie. Yeah, it's a movie. But it takes place in the set. It takes place present day. But they touch upon he was like this massive writer in the 70s, and then throughout the 80s, and then there's like this whole like society that's like all in love with that time in New York history, and they're like trying to come back to that. And of course, they find him randomly at a post office, and the guy kind of go nuts and try to get him back to being the poet he used to be and the writer he used to be.
Huh.
Yeah, it's called Late Life. So I guess like it's a second coming of his career in this too. So nice independent film. Gotta love independent films like this, a little indie film.
Oh, see, there you go. Go watch that. Don't watch fucking whatever shill they're putting in the fucking system right now.
Don't do that. There's also New content. Like, I got one more for you. Bradley Cooper's directing a new project. It's called Is This Thing On? And you got Will Arnett. We were talking about Will Arnett earlier. He's the lead in this.
That'll be
and
good.
It's right. And it's like, of course, Bradley Cooper's directing it, but Will Arnett plays a, recently divorced, leaving his family, and he's trying to find himself up, and he starts doing like stand-up comedy. And at the time, he just starts telling stories about he's like, well, like the trailer even shows like, well, so I guess I'm going through a divorce. I know because I just moved into my new apartment, stuff like that. And people are laughing. Laura Dern plays his ex-wife. And it actually looks like a really nice kind of romp into this like late night, or I should say like the club scene for comedy, but also the idea of like later on in life starting over again and finding a new trajectory for your life. And Will Arnett's great. We were talking about him earlier. He's a great actor. I'm all about Smartlist. His podcast is really great too. I don't know if you listen to Smartlist at all. I enjoy it.
Will Arnett is way too busy.
Yeah.
He's hosting like a billion shows. He's in a bunch of stuff. He does voice work for fucking everything. Like
BoJack Horseman. I love him as BoJack Horseman. It was great.
He's in everything. It's amazing how he has time for it. And he's on Lego Masters and
yeah, he's a great Batman voice. I'm gonna say that too.
For sure.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, Brittany, he does look good. Something new and refreshing in the movie scene. That's what we want, right? New and refreshing. We talk about all these reboots and remakes all the time. It's just like I was talking about how they're rebooting Knight Rider last week, and it's like
my God, again.
Yeah, Knight Rider's coming back again, and as a movie for Netflix. So
look, the 2000s Knight Rider reboot with the Mustang, that was a good show, and they didn't give it enough of a chance. It got stupid at the end. Like, it got really, really stupid in like the last like 3 or 4 episodes. But like, it was really good up to that point. I was totally here for it. I watched every episode of that. I'm like, it's not gonna work. They're not gonna be able to pull it off right. I will watch a movie based on it if it's done well.
And it's by the guys who did Cobra Kai, so it's like they kind of understand that nostalgia of bringing stuff in.
That show.
I was like, did I just lose it right there? I said Cobra Kai and you're done? You're like, I'm done.
What did I watch when I watched that show? I finished that whole show. I finished every...
Yeah. I mean, it's fun. The movie. I didn't see the movie yet. I know I got some good comments in the chat about the movie before here too, but I should still watch it. Jackie Chan.
Yeah, Jackie Chan, and that's an interesting idea. And it's interesting that they would do that and not bring Jaden Smith into it. Which I heard the reason is because Jaden's too difficult to work with, and I'm like, that's bullshit. Like, if you're gonna do that, you have to bring the kid from that in. Like, that's the whole point, right? It's their karate kids. It's their karate kids. Like,
they're training him now later on, and maybe there's some big tournament, somehow to mesh the worlds. But as opposed to having a new kid, they just ignored that, I think, pretty much. It's like, we're going to kind of take what we thought worked from these movies and put them, which are these 2 actors, and put them together, and then go from there.
Cobra Kai's concept was brilliant.
It was great.
I absolutely adored the concept. The idea of what if the bully character, we focus on him as an adult, and what if his life was shit and he tries to figure out how to get his shit together. And I was like, that's a great idea. I think that concept works brilliantly. I love the idea. I want to see more ideas like that. Like, if you're gonna do this whole reboot or stick your toes into other properties and try to like bring them back up kind of thing, that's the way to handle it. Now, do I think the show went way off the rails and completely did something I wouldn't have done? Yes, but I think like the first season in particular was amazing. The second season comes together okay. You lost me when the kid broke his back and rehabilitated himself.
Oh, in like 3 months and then but it also felt like it became more of like a teeny bopper type show towards the end. It became more of that. I still was like, I have to see how it ends, and they had some fun moments with the original cast coming together, but still very teeny bopper in my eyes. But yeah, all these reboots and these remakes, they just keep happening. That's like the original content. But there was also, we have more original stuff happening over the DCU, but new, I should say more new than original. But James Gunn, of course, is talking about Waller now, because that Waller series has been kind of pushed back quite a bit. He said they're still working on it. We still want to see it happen. Some things are moving faster than others, but Waller has not been moving the fastest when it comes to the writing process. And this was actually supposed to come out before Peacemaker Season 2 came out, but then he said that Peacemaker Season 2 wrote itself so fast that they decided to go into production with that faster. And of course, Viola Davis is supposed to come back, though, before this one does happen.
Viola Davis is so perfect in that
She's
role.
amazing.
There
Great.
is
She's
no
so good.
there is no other actor who should be playing Amanda Waller.
No,
There
she's
is not.
perfect.
And like I'm so glad that they have looked at her in every film and kept her as Amanda Waller. Like she's been Amanda Waller in every DC thing, no matter if it fucks up or not. I'm sorry, I keep swearing. I don't think I'm supposed to swear, am I?
Well, I mean, we try to limit it, but we try to limit it.
But
You can
like,
still swear.
I'm trying here.
We're morning. We're drinking coffee.
I was told that swearing is a form of intelligence. So, there we go. But yeah, she's a great Waller. And Waller is one of my favorite DC characters. Like I've always loved her smarmy, like having her foot on every Superman superhero kind of thing imaginable, and trying to find all these ways to kind of counteract what the heroes are doing while also working with them, but not really working with them. Like it's a fascinating dynamic. Like they're interesting. They're a great character. They have a lot of range. So I would absolutely watch a show based on that character alone.
Yeah. I know. I think it'd be great. I'm surprised they haven't done it faster to keep her attached.
I don't think there's anybody that will survive anything in the DCU better than Amanda Waller. Amanda Waller can get out of any situation.
I really hope the DCU does well with all this. I mean, James Gunn relaunching it. Superman had a lot of cheese, but it still worked, I think, in a lot of levels.
I haven't seen it, but I heard it was very good, and I love how upset all these people were about the Snyder Superman.
Well, there's a lot of Snyderverse was not happy.
Did you see when they rented the truck and they were driving around with the truck with the billboard trying to get people to not see
Superman. And they were AIing it or something like that too.
Yeah,
some AI stuff.
AI, and they were like, only Henry Cavill is Superman. Blah blah blah.
Hornswoggle plays a good Superman. I'm not gonna lie, I really like his Superman. Rachel Brosnahan was great. Mr. Terrific was awesome too.
It looks like a good movie, genuinely.
Yeah, I mean, my only complaint is I say on here, guys. I've said it too out there. It's that I just wanted. There were moments where I wanted to be serious. I just wanted to just be serious, and that's it. Like there's a scene with Superman and with Lois where it was like a really kind of an intimate moment, but yet there's a joke happening in the whole scene in the background. So I'm like, I know James Gunn likes jokes a lot, but just sometimes let things just live in that moment. Let it live, let it breathe. And I think that's where it suffered at points to me.
James Gunn started his career at Troma.
There you go. Maybe he can do. Maybe he'll do the next Toxic Avenger too. Maybe do the sequel. Bring it into the DCU. Did it used to be DC or Marvel? I can't remember. Wasn't it involved with one of them before? That was trying to be involved. I thought I heard something like that, or was it always been its own separate thing? I don't know. It was such a great movie. Brittany says, yeah, I mean, I'm interested. I'm interested to see where it goes. Superman was a fun movie. It's a fun movie. We'll see where it goes from there. James Gunn's got his hand on that lever, in control of all of that as it keeps moving. I think people have been talking about a lot, almost as much people have been talking about this Frankenstein movie by Guillermo del Toro. And guys, I heard this too. And the fact that you got a 15-minute standing ovation over at the Venice Film Festival is wild. People stood for 15 minutes long cheering this man on. And of course, also you got big cast. Christoph Waltz is in here. Also, Jacob Elordi is playing Frankenstein's monster. You also have in here, of course, too, Oscar Isaac playing the actual Dr. Frankenstein, Victor Frankenstein. But to me personally, I can't wait to see this. The trailer looks great. But that got a 15-minute ovation, and The Rock Smashing Machine got a 15.5-minute. That's like they had to overpower that. We got to go a little bit longer than 15 minutes because Guillermo got 15 minutes today. So give The Rock Smashing Machine a 15.5-minute standing ovation, which also looks great too. I mean, honestly, Emily Blunt and him together, of course, supposed to be about the MMA fighter. And honestly, The Rock looks...
that movie looks excellent.
Kerr. Yeah, playing Kerr. No Holds Bar. It looks fantastic. That got a 15.5-minute standing ovation compared to Frankenstein's 15. But Frankenstein looks great too. But I really want to see the Rock one. I think it looks great. Looks really good.
Sure that Benicio del Toro's Frankenstein will look really good and be kind of boring. All his movies, because his movies look brilliant. There's nothing visually. The guy has a background in effects. That's where he brings a lot of that into his stuff. But I just don't like his movies. They're just boring.
Yeah. What's up, John? John said hi to Peppy. Peppy, John.
Too legit to quit.
All right, Pep Star.
Yeah, man.
Thanks, Pep Star. Can't wait to see Frankenstein, Lacey said, and I can't wait to see it. I like Mia Goth. There's great casting in all these. There's
Yeah, good casting.
in both these movies, and of course, there's like the Venice Film Festival is massive, so everybody will start talking about these movies that are coming out this year. Frankenstein's coming out, I think, November. Also, the Smashing Machines coming out like October. They're both coming around the corner right now. But The Rock, I feel like The Rock gives it his all in this Smashing Machine. Based off that trailer, I've never seen The Rock even impersonate someone the way he's doing right there, embodying.
No, it's great. It looks like I was like, this is the first time I've seen you do a role that isn't like, The Rock. It looks like you're playing an actual character. It looks like you're actually acting for the first time. And I'm just like, I will watch this. I will immediately watch this, like, no question. And I really, honestly, I hope he does do well in it, like, because his career is on the rocks right now. But
You're right. Ever since like Black Adam,
like,
things have not been doing well.
He's alienated himself entirely from WWE with all of his behavior around that. Like, I know, like, his persona coming out constantly and interfering and stuff has become a big issue just in the WWE. People are tired of him pretending that he's not on like steroids. They're tired of his like fake bullshit. Like, there's article where he'll go and say he went to In-N-Out for the first time, and then he's done it like 8 other times, and there's 8 other like posts throughout the years of him going there for the first time. And people are just like tired of like his bullshit persona that he's trying to feed to us all the time. And I think that's really what it comes down to is we're not getting a genuine person behind the scenes. We have an actor who's is acting at all times, and the act that they're playing is The Rock, and we're tired of The Rock. Like, can you be a real person? Can you stop being on steroids and stop being this bigger than life persona, because people are reaching their limit with you?
He's trying to be Hulk. He's trying to be like the new Hulk Hogan. He's been trying to do that for
years. Who wants to be Hulk Hogan? Hulk Hogan was a terrible human being.
I know.
Like, do you want that? Do you want that legacy? Because like, no one looks back at the Hulk Hogan's films and goes, "Man, those were some great classic films." Of like, other than No Holds Barred,
Suburban Commando. That's my favorite.
What, is it No Holds Barred? That's the one where
No Holds Barred.
He fights like that was the very first WWE movie.
Yeah.
That's a great movie. That's a great movie. That movie is fucking awesome. Outside of that, I don't know. I did like Suburban Commando. I always liked the Hulk growing up. The Hulk was a big part of my life.
Yeah,
but you're right.
Of course.
He's The Rock. He's just The Rock.
Yeah. Yeah, and John, that's what we're saying. Yeah, The Rock like the wrestler. And then the Smashing Machine, he's leading it too. And Brittany's tired of Kevin Hart and him. They're that combination. They've been pushing that combination a lot, and like they're doing another. I think they're working another Jumanji too. I know they have like The Rock's also doing another Jungle Cruise. He's working on, which that movie didn't even do that great.
I thought that already came out. Jungle Cruise.
He's doing a sequel to that too.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. It barely made any money. I'm like, I don't know how you're making a sequel to this. Emily Blunt and him are coming back. Speaking of Emily Blunt,
sequels anymore. All these films get sequels. All these films get sequels and thirds and fourths, and like they just keep making them, and everyone does poorly. I remember back in my day,
right?
A movie did badly when it came out. It got no more. It got like no more sequels. No one talked about it. They put it in a can. They put it away. Nobody fucked with it. Like, when you do badly, you don't get another movie. But somehow now you do badly, you get 5 more movies.
It happens.
Contract with you.
It happens a lot. And the chat's saying no more sequels, Brittany, no more remakes. His height is more hilarious. His height. He's The Rock. He's gonna keep working forever. I love that Dave Bautista got a massive opportunity to get his career going, and The Rock kind of led the way, but Hulk Hogan led the way too. Think about it, back in the day, the wrestlers moving over to the movie world. I love Bautista though. He's been doing some great stuff.
Genuine talent.
He really is.
He's a very good. And John Cena is.
John Cena's doing great.
Wonderful.
I love him.
Even
him and Peacemaker.
John Cena is still one of the sweetest human beings ever. Like, John Cena is genuinely a good person. John Cena genuinely puts like good work in. John Cena is like worth investing in. Like I want to see more from him. He's very funny. He's very charismatic. He's very like competent with villain roles, and like he's very confident with hero roles, and he's very confident. Like that diversity doesn't come very often from your wrestler actors, and Bautista's the same way. Bautista's an incredibly diverse actor. So like, instead of focusing on them, we should focus on the ones that we have that are actually talented, and stop worrying about The Rock, because The Rock is basically like, at this point, a giant costume character that walks around the park all day, like, except he's a real person.
He's The Rock. He's The Rock,
I think we need to look at Cody Rhodes.
I love Cody Rhodes.
Of the wrestling to acting thing, and I think Rhodes is going to be at Cena level when he gets there.
I feel like he's just going to keep going past it. I think he's going to just keep rising beyond all that. I feel like he is. Batista's in the new Highlander movie now too, and John Cena has got, of course, Peacemaker, Rock of the Nation. Both those guys are doing great. And John says low key played Nikki Bella. He might have. I mean, I feel like they were in love, maybe. And Brittany, yep, that's how it was back in the day. All these sequels, prequels. I think you're right. Batista's such a great talent. I love everything that he's doing. He's in the new Highlander. He's playing like the villain in Highlander. I'm like, why not? Why not? Give him a chance.
I respect, like The Rock started out playing some villains.
Scorpion King.
And very quickly he said, no, I'm not doing that. And he built the image around never playing villains and never whatever. So even though he had some villain roles behind him, like, he wouldn't allow that to be part of his image and his character. And I'm like, the idea that you would do that is stupid. Like, you need to diversify your acting pool and need to bring yourself into more roles and more characters. Some of the best characters in the world are villains. Yeah. Some of the best acting roles I've ever seen are from people playing villains. So
yes,
diversify your talents, open up those doors, and give yourself more range than just playing, the hero, that's the stereotypic beefed out hero in every single film that you do. Like
Superman,
Richard Poole. Try some horror movies. Try some, action dramas. That's why I'm very excited about this dramatic film.
The Smashing Machine looks so good. It looks so good.
And honestly, The Rock was great in Pain and Gain, and I wish people would talk about that movie, because that movie was fucking great.
He was so good. He was so good. He was so funny. Like,
and I think Mark Bay directed that too.
Yeah, Michael Bay.
That is one of the best Michael Bay movies ever made. Like, all day.
Pain and Gain. Oh, I forgot about that movie. So I'm a great comedy. The Rock had he was I think he didn't wear cowboy hats and stuff like that too, wasn't he? Like an actor in there or something like that. He was like he was like bodybuilder, but an actor or something like that too, a performer.
He was. I think you're thinking of Southland Tales.
Oh, okay, maybe that's
he was he played this action whatever character, but in real life he was like scared of everything and like a pussy.
Maybe that's what I'm blending in now.
Yeah.
I've seen he's done some good stuff. He's done some good stuff, but you're right. I think he's fallen into that action hero. Like, this is what I played. Like, it worked back in the 80s, but doesn't really work now anymore. It just doesn't. People want more diverse roles from people and see him play different parts.
Even Schwarzenegger knew how to diversify the pool.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I love Schwarzenegger's stuff. He had so many great movies back in the day, too.
Schwarzenegger.
He can do no wrong in my book. But the Smashing Machine, I think it could be that turnaround for The Rock, but the true Smashing Machine, George Clooney, guys, apparently couldn't actually attend the Venice Film Festival because he had a sinus infection. Sorry, George. Sorry. Guys, a lot of breaking news.
Why is that news?
I know, a lot of breaking news.
Why is that news?
It's not.
My friend couldn't make it to the show because he had a sinus infection. I'm like, well, I better write an article about that.
Right, I know what I mean. I laughed at it. I'm like, this is what we're talking about right now. He couldn't get there. The actual movie that he's doing with Adam Sandler sounds really good. And I was like, when I was reading about it, I'm like, okay, but that's why, because it was being played there and he couldn't get there in time for it. And he said he had to stay home because he couldn't fly because of it. But the idea is, I'll tell you what the film's about. It's about an actor named Jay Kelly, who Clooney plays, and his devoted manager, played by, again, Adam Sandler, as they embark on a whirlwind of an unexpected, profound journey through Europe. Along the way, both men are forced to confront the choices they've made, the relationships that they've loved, and their legacies they'll leave behind. So, yeah. Sounds like these guys being like, you know what? Let's do a buddy movie where we talk about how our lives are, how we're getting older, and what we're leaving behind, and Netflix will pick it up, and it'll be fun. Yeah. Let's do it.
Yeah,
So I'll probably, maybe I'll watch it. It comes out in November. Maybe I'll check it out. You know me, I'll pop stuff. I watch Happy Gilmore too. I mean, of course, you know.
Did you?
Yeah, it was all right. Very sad. Very sad.
Yeah, it looks sad out actually.
I'm like, why is Happy Gilmore like an alcoholic, and he's also like losing himself, and he's also, I don't know. It was a sad movie, but it comes to a happy ending, of course.
That feels like what that character would be, honestly. I where's my sequel to Happy or Billy Madison?
That might be down the pipeline. You never know. Hey, if you say it 3 times on cruise control, it happens. I always say that. If you say it 3 times, it's like when you say Billy Chalamet. Madison,
perfect in its form, and it doesn't need a sequel.
No,
it's one of the few comedies I genuinely love.
Leave it there. I gotta say, if you say Chalamet's name 3 times, it gets cast. You know, I think Lisa
much stuff recently. I've noticed he's not quite out there the way he was.
Well, yeah, he had that Complete Unknown, and now he's diving into Dune again. So they're shooting Dune 3, and we'll see where that goes. And people are still rumors about who's playing Bond because, of course, Denis is directing it. The spice. Brittany says, I think Lisa Presley's daughter is in Jack Kelly. Oh, cool. I realized that. I'm gonna check it out. It sounds like fun. But it does sound like they're just kind of like romping around the world, just talking about their legacy. You can make sequels endlessly, and I'll still watch them. Lacey said. Well, there's rumor about a Waterboy sequel coming too that we talked about on here. So maybe Waterboy sequels coming.
How can you make a sequel to that in today's climate?
I don't know. I really don't.
Very offensive movie.
I feel like it couldn't. I feel like it's not going to happen.
I'd rather see Little Nicky too than like the Water.
I would love to see Little Nicky too. Popeye's chicken is fucking awesome. You know, I love Little Nicky. I just say
it was great.
So good. And then Brittany said, how many grown-up movies did he do? I was like, we're working on grown-ups too. Are 4? Is it 3 or 4? I heard that he's working on that too. Like I think all the cast want to come back together for that. Brittany loved Little Nicky, underrated movie. I agree. I love Little Nicky. People give me crap about that all the time. Like,
so good. That's one of my favorite Sailor films.
Little Nicky's my favorite. I love Little Nicky.
Stupid. Such a stupid movie.
I got her head in the face, a fucking shovel. You know. It's like, what?
Let me show you something.
Yeah, right. Oh, love me some Little Nicky. All right, Lexi, I know what you want to talk about more is some comic news, right? Come on, let's dive into this in Comic Corner.
All right, let's do this.
Talking about this last week, but I'm interested to talk about Lex at this. So Bob Iger is talking about, of course, Marvel's trajectory and where it's going. Now, we've been talking about like the fights that have been happening on Doomsday. Robert Downey Jr. and Ryan Reynolds apparently been having fights. A lot of drama about that going on. Allegedly, it's those two. It seems like it's them. But also Bob Iger's just talking about the brand itself. Marvel, Star Wars, Disney in general. And he wants to bring back the bros, guys. He wants those Gen Z bros to start watching it. The 25-year-olds. He's lost them. He's upset. So he's got a whole new trajectory now. He's going to be rebranding it and trying to make all the stories just definitely target that under 25 male demographic, that quadrant, to better shift towards those Gen Z people. Now, what's that mean? I guess we're gonna bro out more. That's what I keep saying. I guess we're gonna bro out more and
skibbity riz.
Get that Skibbity Toilet in there. Maybe Skibbity Toilet will be a character in the Marvel universe fighting alongside Iron Man.
I am here for that. I will watch that movie all day. 100%.
I mean, that movie's still coming, that Skibbity Toilet. It's still coming. I think that's coming next year still.
Really? Is that really happening?
It's really happening.
Oh, my God. God, I'm so excited.
Oh, yeah.
I'm so excited.
It's moved forward in production. It's going. It's rocking and rolling. That is happening. So Skibbity Toilet is going to happen. Now, maybe Bob Iger brings in some of that in the MCU into Star Wars. I don't know. But you're saying the men still watch stuff, but like they're missing out on that Gen Z kind of demographic. So, oh geez. You're like, I have that, Brian. I have that right there.
I have a plunger man and I have a toilet with guns.
That's awesome.
I don't know what Skibbity Toilet is. I just like it. It's fucking
Anybody love Skibbity Toilet out there? Let me know. Well, I mean, But Lexi, I feel like there's been like a whole thing with the Marvel Universe. People are just losing people in general. The population hasn't been really flocking to it like they used to. The Fantastic Four didn't do well. It barely made money. Superman did well, but I mean, it's a whole different trajectory. The MCU is a whole different universe. You got Doomsday coming with Robert Downey Jr. playing Doctor Doom, being the big villain. You got, of course, Ryan Reynolds in there. They're talking about the fights on set. People are talking about how they're arguing because these big names are just having big blowouts and they're doing a bunch of reshoots. And this movie has to do well. Do you think that the MCU can switch and make it work? And what do you think about this recent world we live in with this the comic books and Bob Iger's universe?
So the switch that you're asking is, can we cater this to the 25 and under demographic?
Can we do it?
No. The thing is that if you look at the current social climate when it comes to television and entertainment and stuff, Gen Z are most focused on short form media. So TikTok, YouTube, all that kind of stuff. Or on the other side of it, YouTube in particular, the algorithm has switched over to like long format stuff. So people are making like 2 and 3 hour like deep dives into like just things, like conversations about like stuff or documentaries or things like that. And it seems that they'll put that stuff on in the background and listen to it while they're doing whatever they're doing, their thing. And so a lot of the format of what Gen Z in particular listens to is like the more like podcasts and like long format conversations or incredibly short form, like easily digestible content they can do on their phone very quickly. They're not really into film and television the way that our generation is. The Marvel and Star Wars stuff, all of these things, their core demographic is millennials and Gen Xers and boomers, specifically boomers when it comes to Marvel. Just because it goes back so far. The same with any superhero stuff. Like a lot of superhero stuff goes back to the 50s and 40s, so a lot of these people grew up with it. And essentially, you can clean it and polish it as much as you want and make it look as modern and whatever as you want. It's not very modern. It's not a modern type of like storytelling, and Star Wars is oversaturated as well. So combine the oversaturation, the commercialization of it, the fact that Gen Z are very anti-establishment. They're very against like corporations, and they're against like, big IPs and that kind of stuff. It just goes against them. You got to look at them, like I've said before. You need to look at Gen Z the way that you looked at the early Gen Xers and how they treated media, and how that was the boom of independent comics, the boom of independent like animation, boom of like a lot of like people who were making their own stuff, but you still had to distribute it through like mainstream distributors. You had to use like DC, or you had to use something like that to get your comic out. So a lot of this independent work was still distributed through people who would put them on shelves next to like bigger title stuff. And so a lot of the indie stuff got more noticed by people like me growing up, like the younger people who could gravitate to those kind of things easier and stuff like that. And so it opened up a door. Instead of it creating just like a small niche, it actually opened up those things to other people. We don't have that now. Like the way that Gen Z distributes their media, that they distribute their content, it's all personalized. Everything's personalized. Like the algorithm works with you. So they cater their advertisements to you. They cater their content to you. They cater everything in a way that even if you were interested in it, you'll never be shown it, because you've shown that this is all you're interested in, and the algorithm is working towards pushing and pushing and pushing that. So
all your likes, everything you're interested, everything you love. So it's like everything. It's directing.
Maybe you would like this Marvel film. Let's say it is out there, but because all you typically watch is beauty stuff, or all you typically watch is like prank channels, or all you particularly watch is like whatever, the algorithm has like worked itself into only providing you things in those areas. So all your advertising is going to be beauty advertising. All your advertising is going to be like whatever advertising, or whatever product they're advertising, or that kind of stuff. And you'll never see ads. Like I talk about all the time, I never see trailers for films. I'm shocked when I see trailers for films. And now I have YouTube without.
I see them all the time. I get them all the time. That's me.
what do you see ads for? Like
I
movies,
see
or
I see advertisements for movies, for trailers, all of that. That's my algorithm, though. You know,
it doesn't give it to me. Like I see the ads right now for the long walk, and I'm very pleased about that. Like that's one thing that I'm seeing, but like it doesn't really give it to you. But like you need to readjust a lot of things. Like making Fantastic Four set in the 50s or 60s, visually it looked really cool, right? Like that's a
yeah,
really cool, the retro throwback style. Do you think that appeals to Gen Z?
probably
Do you
not.
think that Gen Z was sitting here saying, you know what I really want? A retro throwback Fantastic Four. And I'm like, is it good? Of course it's good. It's a good idea. It's a good concept. It's a great idea. But like, it's going to appeal to us and whatever. We buy more shit. Millennials buy more shit than any generation. We love buying like toys and like my room. My room is a great example. And it's because we're sad.
Little
And
things.
we have the lowest wealth of any generation. We have the lowest whatever. We have incredibly unhappy with our jobs. We're incredibly unhappy whatever. We spend money going to watch Marvel movies and watching things from our generation that make us happy, Ninja Turtles and Star Wars and like whatever. And that's why He-Man and all that
It's gonna be
shit is
great. I can't wait
because
for that He-Man movie.
it's about using that to cover up your sadness. It's about not getting anywhere, so at least I have like this or that, and that seems to be what they're really, really cashing in on, is our kind of like sadness and our nostalgia for happier times. And so by feeding into our, that's why they keep releasing ecto coolers and
Oh
things
man,
like that.
I drink
And
them all
like
the time. I'm like, give me that Ecto
it,
Cooler.
but it's
I'm right
about
there.
appealing to us and a happier time in our lives. And Gen Z don't need that, so you don't know how to market to us because they don't need that right now. They're already unhappy, they're already struggling with their workplace, they're already struggling with a lot of things. They just gravitate to their own stuff and their own things, and you need to figure out
What that is.
there is whatever that is. And it's not going to be Marvel, it's not going to be your big ticket whatever, is because the larger you made a property, the more they're going to gravitate away from it, in exactly the same way that Gen Xers would have back in the day. Like, you need a Beavis and Butthead is what you need.
Something completely
That
different.
you need something that's completely against all of what social conformity was, and you need something that's going to create, a bit of a stir, that upset parent kind of
Which I
feeling that
feel like
makes them
this is not going to
attractive.
do that. Doomsday is not going to
No,
cause that stir unless the drama on set is trying to cause that stir. And then we got some algorithm talk here too. Brittany says I get a lot of trailers, which yeah, I get a lot of trailers too. And then Lacey's saying you got to train it by engaging. So if you keep putting more trailers out there, maybe Lexi will
right.
get more trailers. Maybe, it's like that's an
And
algorithm
that's just
thing.
it. Like, I watch a lot of like lol cow content, which your audience will probably know, but like that's
I
where I watch a lot of stuff. Is like I watch a lot of things about like lol cows. I watch a lot of like political stuff. I watch a lot of like things about what's going on in YouTube itself. I'm very in like the drama sphere and that kind of stuff. So I don't get that stuff advertised to me. I get a lot of like medical stuff advertised to me. I get a lot of like food. I get food advertisements, and that's about it. Like, I don't really get like movie trailers very often, unless the movie seems to be in that kind of like
in that
demographic.
genre.
Then I'll
What's up, King? Yeah, I it has to kind of fall in there, but it does what you said. Maybe the walk falls into there. That's why you're getting trailers for that as well. The
for sure.
walk
I
is
get
being
trailers for
brought
that
in.
all the time. I get trailers for that constantly, and I am so excited for it. But that trailer, and I got trailers for Weapons all the time. Those were the two
Oh yeah,
trailers that I got all the time, and I was really excited for Weapons. I really
it's
want to see
good.
that one.
It's good. I think I laughed about. There's like one moment where I audibly laughed in the theater, and a lot of people did too. And I was asking other people, I'm like, did that happen to your theater as well? They were saying yes, and I think it's because in that moment you're so happy, you're laughing that this situation's happening to one of the characters that everybody audibly started busting out laughing in the theater. I was like, this is a fun little moment to have after this creepy, weird movie, to have this kind of uneasy laugh happening. It was a great thing. I really loved it. What's up, Atlanta 76? Thanks for being here. Thanks for dropping in for a minute too. And Lacey said, train there is not to see politics. And Brittany says, I want to see weapons. See weapons. I'm telling you, Lexi, there is some great moments in there. The acting's great overall. Julia Gardner, she's not in as much as you think she'd be. She's great. It's just like what she brings.
I just like anything with evil kids.
Yeah, evil kids. There's definitely evil kids in this. There's definitely evil kids. But I just don't see any world that Marvel can make the bros come back. I just want to double back on that. I just don't know. Like, you're right. I feel
as you're saying bros too, I'm like, you could probably pull like our bro demographic, but I don't know about the young bro demographics for sure.
Not those Gen Z bros. I also think that a lot of people like aren't going to theaters because it is that attention span thing. Like, people don't want to sit there for 2.5 hours in a theater locked in with no cell service, you know?
I live with someone and they struggle with sitting through movies. Like, when they're long like that, they have to get up and walk around and stuff like that. And they were like, I don't watch movies because they're too long and I don't have the attention span to see. And he saw Sinners and he really liked Sinners.
It's a good movie.
But he was like, apparently like sitting in the theater was really hard for him to get through that. And I was like, you need to figure out how to shorten these things.
Yeah.
So that they can like at least pull in a smaller. That's why I liked The Monkey. It was 1 hour and 30. It was a solid 1 hour 30. I'm like, this is great. This is exactly as long as it needed to be. It got everything across.
Alana's saying hi to Pep Star. Pep Star, you want to say hi? What you doing? Yeah,
I'm talking to you.
You gonna say hi?
You get a lot of girls on your TikTok there, don't you?
Yeah. There's a lot going on.
You want to be my best friend? You want to be my best friend?
Can
you say please?
It's nice to see some more girls in the chat there.
Yeah, right. More girls here than over on actually on Mondays over on Cruise Control. We got it's like more women pop up for that day. But beyond that, no. There's a lot more love here in the chat too. A lot more love here, I would say.
That too. It's a much more positive space.
Much more positive space. It really is. Over there, I'm just like, ooh, sometimes. And lately, it's been even worse. I'm just like, it's getting worse. We talked about South Park over there. We lost a bunch of subscribers, and then
God.
But then it went back up. You know that's how it goes. You know, it goes back and forth. Brittany says, I'm 38 and I've noticed even my attention span isn't the same. And Lacey said the only movies that are really long stories are Lord of the Rings. And you're right. And there's 2 more Lord of the Rings movies coming too. So I mean, we got that happening too. The Hunt for Gollum. The Hunt for Gollum. Andy Serkis is directing. And you got Sir Ian McKellen coming back as Gandalf, and you also have Elijah Wood. They're both in negotiations.
Who is this for? Who the fuck is this for? I'm sitting here saying,
millennials.
And I know it has a fan base. I'm not shitting on his fan base. Lord of the Rings films are well
Brittany
made.
says it's for me.
They don't appeal to me, but are very well made films. Like, that's fine. I have nothing like negative on them, but like, just stop. Like,
I'll watch them. I'll be there, Lexi. I'll be there with the robe. I'll get the popcorn bucket. That's hopefully me a wizard hat, and then and I'll be all about it. That's all about the popcorn buckets these days. The one that's the worst is the Annabelle one that's coming out this weekend for the new Conjuring movie. It's Annabelle holding a popcorn bucket. I'm like, there is no way in hell you would ever get me to buy that. That's creepy. That would not be in my house. I don't care if Pep Star wants that popcorn or not. No.
I just think Annabelle is the lamest horror thing ever. Like, I'm so over, like, all of the Annabelle films were bad, and she's not based on the actual Annabelle, which is a Raggedy Ann and Andy doll.
Yeah.
So they made an even creepier. I don't know. She doesn't do it for me. I'm like, people want to make fun of Megan. I'm like, we should be making fun of Annabelle. Annabelle sucks more than Megan. Megan's cool as fuck. I'm like, I love Megan.
The second one bombed really bad.
I heard, but the first one bombed, so I don't know why they made a second one. That's what I'm talking about. If your first movie bombs and everybody says it's a piece of shit, why did you make a second one?
They expected it to do even better.
For me? Did you do this for me? Because I love Megan. Megan is great. It has the worst story I've ever heard and one of the best modern horror characters I've ever seen. I love her. The movie itself, boring. But her, she's a great fucking character. So, I want to see more of it. But, like, I was apparently the only person that was looking for more of it because I never heard anybody say anything positive about it. And I got a fucking sequel, and I was like, hell yeah. I can't wait to watch that.
I know.
I wanted to see it in theater because I wanted to give it money. I wanted people to make more of it.
I always want to make more, but then it doesn't happen. That's the problem. It's like, people don't go out. People didn't really go out to the movies this year, or especially even this summer. Not like they normally do. Jurassic World did the best for the live action stuff. It was like Lilo and Stitch, and then Jurassic World.
Jurassic Park.
Yeah, it made 900 million, almost $1 billion. It's Rebirth with Scarlett Johansson, and it was like really like a reboot of Jurassic Park 3, if you ask me. It was like a better Jurassic Park 3. Mahershala Ali was in it as well. I mean, it was all right. It wasn't amazing, but it was all right. I enjoyed it. Jurassic World was horrible, Brittany says. Thank you for the like, Brittany. Always like, follow, share, guys. Help us crack this algorithm on Kickin with Kruse, your one-stop shop for entertainment talk. Hope you're having a great time today, watching, enjoying here today. We're talking about a lot of stuff today. But I know one thing, Lexi, because I want to get to this before we run out of time. I know you probably want to talk about too, is Tron Ares also coming to theaters. We talk about that in our feature story of the day. Come on. Officially coming out still. I was waiting to see if there'd be a delay after there was some controversy with, of course, one of their lead characters there, Jared Leto, but nothing has happened there. So apparently it's still coming out. Yeah, there's always controversy, right? I mean, I feel like
not the guy with a cold.
No, never Jared Leto. But there was some allegations against him and I'm not going to dive into that world today because I'm just about to talk about Tron Ares. But Tron Ares is coming out, and of course, we had the trailer come out, and Lexi and I both like Tron Legacy. This is why I want to have this conversation. October 10th, the new one comes out. It's about Ares, AI, into the real world, which they prevented in the last movie was coming into the real world, but apparently this one, it does happen. So a little bit of retcon, a little bit ignoring Tron Legacy, it feels like as well. But also bringing back Jeff Bridges to be, of course, Flynn. What do you think, Lexi? Can this make a lot of money? I know Jared Leto's movies don't do well. If you look back at all of his movies, they just don't do well. And it almost makes me more nervous about this movie. I'm like, is this going to work?
Leto is not a good person, but he is a phenomenal talent when it comes to acting.
I enjoy his acting. I do.
Absolutely incredible. He's one of the best character actors. He's an absolutely incredible character actor. But I'm tired of these character actors who won't come out of character while they're working on set and stuff.
Method actors, yeah. That's like a whole category. That's a lot.
But Leto, I don't know about that sort of thing in the movie because they haven't really showed him in the trailer for it either that I remember.
But, they showed him briefly. They show him a little bit now. The new teaser came out. They show him a little bit more, but he barely say one line.
I'm confused about with this movie. A lot of things why does it have to be in the real world, and how the hell would light cycles work in the real world? I'm like. The thing with all of this is Tron's great. I love Tron. I love everything about Tron. Tron is one of my favorite series. I've always said Tron is a perfect series with perfect sequels and perfect games and everything cohesively. All this comes together in this really great way. I think at the end of Legacy, they brought the girl out, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yeah, they did bring her out, and then she went into the real world, yeah.
So the concept of that was there, and I thought that was mildly interesting. However, I think Tron's just the light cycles alone. I'm I like the idea that you're you have a pole and you just kind of beam this thing in. You know what I mean? I like the idea of the digital aspects of Tron. You can do whatever you want in Tron, and I won't ask questions because Tron is digital. The world is digital. So now that you're bringing all this stuff out into the real world, I'm going to be left asking questions, and I don't want to ask questions. Because that's what makes Tron great, is that I can go and accept what's presented before me and not have to ask questions or whatever because it's an algorithm or it's a computer or it's this or it's that or it's an AI or I don't care. It's a computer. You can do whatever the fuck you want in it. It's an open world. So the idea that you are bringing all this war from within Tron out into the real world, I'm it's too fantastical, and it goes against a lot of the ideas presented. And I wasn't big on her coming out of the computer in the other film either. If they were going to do that, they should have put her into some kind of body or something like that.
She goes into someone else's physical being as opposed to being her actual
right
everything.
And I know that it digitizes Flynn. Like I know the computer physically digitizes Flynn, so it should be able to undigitize, an avatar from within. But I don't know. It wasn't the direction that I was expecting. It wasn't what I wanted. And I know that we have a lot going on in the computer world with it being taken over by not Tron, but Tron was made to work for him. You know what I'm talking about? Was it Ares or something?
It was Dillinger, right? Is it Dillinger?
Because I know that its goal was to perfect. So it was running into issues with things it thought for itself. It saw it as a glitch, so it started like reprogramming that stuff.
And then it had
that idea was really interesting, where it took Tron and it took its personality away from it and reprogrammed it to make it perfect. Because it's the whole point of its algorithm is to make things function perfectly and work right. But it ruins personality and the things that make things unique in the process. So like the concept was really interesting in that way. Like it's a lot to talk about. I just don't know what your end goal is with the real world. What are we doing out here? What is it? What does combining these two worlds together do?
It makes it a movie, a sequel.
Yeah. When I look at like a lot of the Tron stuff, this is the first time I've looked at it and been like, I don't know what you're doing.
I do like the casting though. Like even the chat says like Lacey's like Chris. Evan Peters is great. Jeff Bridges coming back is enough for Lacey. But Jeff Bridges is gonna be barely in this. I think he shot for like 2 or 3 days, so I bet he's like barely in it. So
for sure.
And
if they do, they'll do a lot of like the CG, him being younger face kind of stuff.
But even Jeff Bridges was like, that was weird in the original one, which if they did it nowadays, it would look a lot better than it did back then. Yeah. But coming into the real world though, but Lexi, it's like, I feel like coming into the real world, it's like they were kind of hinted on that. It felt like a most natural kind of progression. Like, what do you do in the grid this time? Like you already had he's in there, the kid goes in there, does somebody else go back to get Flynn? So I guess logically, let's just go to the real world and like mess things up.
Is the actor who played Flynn's son going to be in this one too?
Nope, he's not. Garrett, no, he's not here.
So like we're gonna work hard to make sure that Flynn is in the movie. We're gonna take this ancient man and shove him in the film, but we're not gonna bring the son, the focal character of the second film, back. Is the girl that we brought out into the world, is that gonna be there too? Is she gonna be in this film? Like,
I don't think so.
She would have to be. She was an important part of.
Yeah, I don't think she's not in either. She's the only person coming back is going to be of Jeff Bridges. That's it, as far as we've heard. And that was, you'd think they would have kept that as like the big surprise. And no, they announced him. That was at the last was it Comic-Con, not this year, but the last year, I think. Because this has been going on forever. I feel like I've been waiting for this movie we announced like a couple of years ago, it feels like, right? We
started talking about this movie when you started the show.
Yeah, forever ago.
Like it's been so long since we've been talking about this. I feel like we've been talking about it nonstop. And it's just now coming out. I will say the soundtrack done by 9 Inch Nails.
So good.
Nice. And I've heard the new 9 Inch Nails single, also very good. So, like, everything's going really well. I'll be right back.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, I really can't wait to see it. I'm really excited about it in general. And if you guys are excited in the chat, let me know too. I'm excited to see Evan Peters in Tron. Love his acting. I love his acting too. He's so good. And also Jeff Bridges. I feel like Jeff Bridges will be here probably like here and gone before you know it in this movie. It'll be quick. It won't be that long. But it'll probably be something setting up to where they're going with the narrative, and then they'll let it be. You guys, anybody else excited about this though too? It's coming out October 10th. Not that far away, really. And I was worried about delays, as we just talked about Mortal Kombat earlier today. Mortal Kombat got delayed, and that was supposed to come out next month. So, like, could this still get pushed? Of course. But I think that if they would have done something over the Evan Peter allegations out there, of course, there were some SA allegations that happened. Now, if that was going to happen, I feel like it would have happened already, because those allegations came out about 2 months ago. So I think this movie is moving it forward. No problem. Get ready for it. And I'm excited to romp into the grid one more time. I'm all about the grid. The grid. I will miss Daft Punk, though. But if you're going to substitute Daft Punk in, why not go with 9 Inch Nails?
Yeah.
Daft Punk was so good. Like that score was amazing.
Daft Punk's Tron score is one of the best soundtracks ever done.
I love it so much.
It's so good. I still listen to it.
Me too. I'll go for runs and I'll be like, doom, 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 doom,
and they were in it.
Yeah,
And it was even better that they were in it, like Daft Punk. Their
that's
little
so
like feature in it was so good. They matched the world. And I noticed like that like this Tron's very red.
very
It's
red.
like the first one has lots of blues. The second one has that like kind of greenish tint to it, that like blue green, and then this one's all red.
Like even like the cycle like right here, there's like the red falling behind it, which is usually like the bad guy stuff too, right? Usually the blue is like the good, or the white, the bluish white is the good, and then the red is the bad.
I can't get over how stupid the idea of light cycles working in the real world.
I don't know how they're gonna work.
In the trailer, they turn the light on and it cuts the cop car in half. And I
Yeah,
was like, I can't do this. I don't know about this.
I don't know. We got to go see it though. We got to see it to believe it.
Well, we
So
are
did
gonna
you come out
go.
here?
And I will absolutely go out there and see it with you.
Let's check
That
it
is
out. Then
my
we can
goal.
do a review about it afterwards. We can dive into it
Absolutely.
and be like, what's the good, what's the bad? Is it worthy of Tron's legacy, I should say. If I say legacy, I'll be like, is it the second one? You know what I mean? It gets confusing right there.
It
But
does.
I feel like they're going to make another one every like 15, 20 years. We'll just keep making these new actors and everything. And Jeff Bridges will always be there. But Lexi, thank you for being here today. Appreciate you. Lexi Love. Happy to have you here. It's always, the morning show's fun, isn't it? It's nice to have like the little bit of like one-on-one conversation.
I love a one-on-one.
Who
Don't
doesn't?
get me wrong. I do like a group. One once in a while.
Much more intimate,
Yeah.
right? Connecting, having a good time
in there.
together.
Get in there nice and deep with each other.
All the nut. Okay. Anyways. Oh, whoa. All right, everybody. Woo, thank you for being here. Thank you for being here.
Shimon.
Pep star. Calm down, buddy. You be riling him up because you know how he is.
Poop, poopy, doo.
All right. Well, thanks for being here, Lexi. Everybody, thanks for being here on Kickin with Kruse, your one-stop shop for entertainment talk. Always like, follow, and share goes a long way. So thank you for being here. And again, just spread it around the entertainment nation. Help us out these little gifts up there as all the time too. Those go a long way. We appreciate you. I'll be back tomorrow morning with Mr. Mike Casey and Lexi. Hopefully, we'll see you again soon. Maybe next week.
I hope so. Yeah, if you want me, I'm here.
Let's make it happen.
All right.
All right. Well, thank you so much. Everybody have a good day out there. Catch you next week. Or catch you tomorrow. Tomorrow. Not next week. Tomorrow. And until then, guys, take care. See ya.
Have a good night.